Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Digital Dots Live. This week I'm live streaming with Wave.video's live streaming tool. So we're giving it a roll. It's super exciting. So I've set up everything. But what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at how you can create short video inside of the Wave.video editor. So we'll wait for another time for me to show you exactly behind the scenes of the new live video. It's in beta at the moment, so I'm just playing around with it. So hopefully, let's keep fingers crossed that everything goes according to plan, which I'm sure it will, because it's all looking very, very cool at the moment. So what we're going to do today is we are going to share my screen, and I'm going to actually show you what a short video is, basically, and also how you can actually use the Wave.video editor to create it. So the Wave.video editor is like a video creation tool. And the first thing that really we should do is just go into the editor and have a little look around, and then I'll show you how to create the live. So if you're joining me today, do let me know you're joining me. And if you're watching the replay, just hit that replay button, because I am live streaming to YouTube and Facebook today. I normally go to LinkedIn and a few other places, but I've just chose these two this week, so we'll just see how we get on with the chat. So if you are joining me, do let me know, and if you're watching replay, then just hit that replay button and let me know that you're joining me on the replay as well. Okay, so let's jump into the editor. I've got this snazzy little scene set up, so I'm going to switch to the editor, so I should be there as well. Ooh, very cool. So basically, here we are in the editor, and this is Wave.video. So if you haven't experienced Wave.video before, then, grab a link underneath this video and try it out for yourself. It's a really cool app to create video. So in other words, when you are wanting a quick promo video or you're wanting something easy to use to create video, it's super easy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to swap over to my other screen so that you guys can see it all. And hopefully I'll be able to still see what's over here. So if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. I should be able to see them, and I will get back to you about that in a second. So I'm going to just drop this up here. Hopefully you can still see that. Let me just check. Yeah, perfect. So if you are inside, like if you've got a live stream, if you've got Wave, all you need to do is up here, you go to your videos, and in here you can see that you've got all your videos that you've created, but also up here you can see that you can choose from all of the numerous templates that they have inside of here. Now, if you do want to use the template, it's super easy. You just grab hold of, say, like a stories video, because I'm going to be showing you how to make short video, and short video is anything below 60 seconds. Then you can see that you've got lots of different options inside here to create lots of different videos. Now, they all come in different formats, like horizontal, square, portrait, and so on and so on. So you can choose lots of different views. So if I went for Instagram story, it's going to give me all these long portrait videos, which are what you would get on your phone. So you can go ahead and choose one of these if you want. I actually quite like creating them from scratch, but you can choose one of these and follow it. And if you do, you can see that that's like 10 seconds, that's like 37 seconds, that's 16 seconds, and so on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my videos, and I'm going to go create a video. Now, what I've also done in preparation for this live is to upload some videos into here. So what I'm going to show you how to do is create a short video, but I'm going to show you how to create a short video where you're not on the camera, if that makes sense. So we're going to grab hold of these videos. So I'm going to go create video, and I'm going to go from blank video for this example. So I'm going to go ahead and click blank video. And then I'm going to choose a story video. So I'm going to choose a story video. So you see here it says Instagram and Facebook stories, Reels, Pinterest, TikTok, and Snapchat are all suitable in this format. So that's how you can create that shorter video. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And we're just going to let that switch itself on. Okay, so here we have the option to now actually start our video. So I've already uploaded the media already. So I'm going to go ahead and choose from my library. But if you haven't uploaded the video content or the pictures, then you just go ahead and click the upload media. So I'm going to go ahead and choose from library. And then I'm going to go to my uploads up here. and I am going to go to my folders aren't here. So I'm going to grab these. So these are not in order. Let me have a little look at my folders. Oh, here, my videos. Okay, so now I can look at my videos. So I'm going to go and grab my reels. I put it into a nice little thing for me. There we go. There they are there. So in here, I've got my reels, and I'm going to add these into my video. So once these have loaded up, I'm going to add them in. So, okay, maybe I'll go back this way and do it this way. Might be easier. Let's just grab this one. And then place images over the... Okay, and then I'm going to just grab all of the ones that I want. So again, I'm going to go to uploads. I'm going to go add. Again, I'm going to just come along here. See if I can do it with my videos this time. See if it loads for me. Yeah, it's not loading. So we'll just go to my uploads. Might just be because I'm live at the moment. Can I add project to an uploaded video? I'm not adding a project. Okay, let's try that one. Ooh, let me try this one. And then place it. Okay, so let's just see if we can get what we can do from here. Okay, perfect. So now I've got these two in, so I'm going to just show you how to create these. So you go to this section here and you move it to the left. And this is how you can actually go to the beginning of your video. So along here is all of the controls, and over here are all of the controls. Whatever you've got clicked over here then activates what's happening over here, if that makes sense. So you can choose something from over on the left, and then you choose it to happen on the right, and vice versa. So if you want to get to the beginning of your video, you just click this button here and it takes you back. So I'm going to see which one this is. I'm going to just refresh this a second. And then place images over the top. The second way. Okay, so I need to get to the first way. So let me just go here and press play. 4 ways to record a video of yourself without you actually being on camera. The first way is to actually put an image in front of you whilst you're talking. Okay, so I've got this video, which is my number 1. So what I want to do with this video is I want to drag it to the beginning. So to make it easier for me to control what I'm doing, I'm going to go down here where it shrinks the timeline a little bit. So it just makes it easier for us to do things. And then I'm just going to pick it up and I'm going to drag it to the beginning. Then I'm going to go back to the beginning and I'm going to press play. And I'm going to cut it there so that I can actually get rid of this bit where I wasn't speaking. And I'm going to go back to the beginning and press play again. 4 ways to record a video of yourself without you actually being on camera. So now I'm going to go to number 1. So what I might do is split it here and add a little section where it does something. So let's go to this one. And I'm going to come out. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to press play. The first way is to actually... Okay, so what I want to do is I want to shrink that to 0.5 seconds so that it comes across quickly. And then I'm going to press play on camera. The first way is to... Like that. Do you see that? So I basically cut it and then did a little transition. So that's perfect. So then what I'm going to do is I'm telling you a way of not being on camera. So what I want to do is I want to place something over the top of me to show you that you can do it without being on camera. So to do that, I might want to highlight this one and then go to layouts. And then you can see here that I could place me behind or have a different layout. But what I could do is I could add an overlay. So this way I'm adding a photograph over the top of me. So if I get up here and I choose a photo, so I'm going to go to my uploads and I've got, say, like, just get a photo that I can use. Or actually I could just go into the library and grab a photo. So let's just choose a talking Let's do a video without anyone. Oh, I want a picture, sorry. So here we go now. So let me choose, I'm going to do this. Let's choose, say, like this one and add this. Now it's small here, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it bigger. So I'm actually going to place this over the top of me by just dragging it and placing it over the top. So now what's happened is if I come back to the beginning and I press play, way is to actually put an image in front of you whilst you're talking. So in other words, you can pre-record your voice and then place images over the top. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out. I don't want this one in. I don't want a gap here. So I'm going to go back here and press play. You can pre-record and then place images over the top. So this one here, I want to also place here. So I need to go back and get this same picture again. Or I could put a different picture. So say like if I wanted to put another picture here, let's see how long I need to put the picture for. Then place images over the top. Okay, so I'm going to go to there. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to add another picture. So let's grab another picture, stock library again, and let's grab a different picture. So maybe I might want to put this one on. So let's add this picture in. So again, I resize this so that it fills the gap and it covers me up. But this time, because I've got another conversation happening, I don't want this photo to last as long. So I'm going to bring it down to maybe about there. And then I'm going to press play and see where I stop talking. You can pre-record and then place images over the top. Okay, so here I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to delete this bit. And we're going to come back here and we're going to press play again. Pre-record and then place images over the top. The second. So now we keep going. Is to speak whilst you are presenting a PowerPoint. So you could. So now what I could do is I could just take this off because I don't want this in here at the moment. I also don't want this in here. I'm going to add these in later. So now I'm going to go and find a picture of somebody doing a PowerPoint. So you get how I'm actually setting the scene by using the stock images inside here. So I could actually put another video over the top. So PowerPoint presentation. And what I could do is I could say like this one. So I could add this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the template for this and I'm going to have it so that it's, oh, not the template, the layout, sorry. I'm going to have it so it's half and half. So you can see what I'm talking about and they can see what I'm talking about. So say like if I did this one. So now I'm going to place this picture in here and you can see how I'm starting to explain to people how I'm doing everything. So I'm going to bring that up like that, like so. And I'm going to make it so that the layout doesn't have this intro because then I don't have the stop gap. So now I just click me and lower me down a little bit. See if I can get myself a little bit smaller. And then I press play. The second way is to speak whilst you are presenting a PowerPoint. So you can put the PowerPoint presentation up on the video first, take your camera off and still have your audio going. So you see how speak whilst you are presenting a PowerPoint. So you can put the PowerPoint presentation up on to speak whilst you are presenting. Okay, so you see how what I did is I split the scene so that I could still talk to my audience because I'm not afraid of being on camera, but I know a lot of you don't like to be on camera. So what I've done this time is I actually split the scene so that I'm still talking to you about what I'm doing, but I'm showing you the examples of what you can do below. So that's a really good way of creating a reel which shows people how or what you're doing. So in fact, I like that way so much, I'm going to go back and change the first one. So what I'm going to do with the first one, because it's really easy to change these things, is here I'm going to change the layout to the same one. And this time I'm going to get rid of the intro, and we're on this one. So this time I'm just going to shrink this down and bring it down here. So now this is the focal point. So let's go back to the beginning and let's see what this looks like. 4 ways to record a video of yourself without you actually being on camera. The first way is to actually put an image in front of you whilst you're talking. So in other words, you can pre-record and then place images over the top. The second way is to speak whilst you are presenting a PowerPoint. So you can put the PowerPoint presentation up on the video first, take your camera off and still have your audio go. So that's how you can actually create a short. Now, obviously I've got 4 ways. So if I wanted to add to that now, all I'd need to do is I would go click the first button, go from my video. So I'm going to go from the uploads. Then I'm going to grab. So I've done the second way. I've done the intro. That's the 4th way. So I could add that one actually, because that's the 4th one. And I'm going to add the 3rd one in here. And this one I think is the 3rd. Yep. So then I add this one. So now I know this is the 3rd. So I'm going to drag this to the 3rd position. And then all I need to do now is here, we're going to keep playing till it ends. The second way is to speak whilst you are presenting a PowerPoint. So you can put the PowerPoint presentation up on the video first, take your camera off and still have your audio going. The 3rd way is to actually point the camera at something that you are talking about. So here I'm going to, again, change the layout. This time maybe I'll make it a little bit different. So I'm going to maybe try and make it so that it changes the scene a little bit. So let's do this one. And I'm going to take the intro off. So this time I'm going to, for this section, I'm going to change the color. So I want to replace that with media. So click replace. And again, I'm going to go for stock. And then I'm going to maybe do videoing from phone. And you just keep looking around like that. So this one's quite good. Let's take the images off because I quite like to get the little video. Try and get one that's so that the camera's focal. So maybe even this one might be quite good. So replace it with this one. Again, you want to shrink this down. So you want to just move it to where you might want it. You might not be able to. And then over here, you can just shrink the size down a little bit if it lets you. It's not letting me, which is fine. So you can do it like that. Or you, again, of course, can do an overlay where you set the media, go to stock, you grab this one, and here it is here. So we want to make sure we're talking from the right place. So let's go here, press play. The 3rd way is to actually point the camera at something that you are talking about. So perhaps you are at an event or you are filming somebody else. You can do the narrative while you have somebody else on the camera in front of you. And the final, so the 4th way. So what I'm going to do is I want to just get rid of that one actually, don't want that. And I'm going to just shrink this down so that I end on the 3rd way. Let's just press play again. Else on the camera in front of you. So the 4th way to record a video without you actually being on the video is to record you doing something below. Right, so this one, the layout, I'm going to actually get the below one again. So I'm going to have this one, take that off. I want to flip it. Oh, that's fine. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, again, get the background. Let's say I'm going to do cooking. Somebody doing the cooking, so I'm going to click replace. So that one I'm going to shrink down if I can. I can't shrink that down. That's why I think I prefer to do it as a sticker. So again, I'm just going to grab this one, because when you do it as a sticker, you can actually just take that section and put that in there like that. So now when I press play,
so maybe you're a chef.
So let me go back here.
Without you actually being on the video is to record you doing.
So here I'm going to go back here.
So the fourth way to record a video without you actually being on the video is to record you doing something below. So maybe you're a chef or a cook.
That's actually quite a good little transition.
Recipe. Just keep the focus on the food. Or you're a creative and you're making something, keep the focus on.
Okay, so I'm going to just cut that short on maybe there. Just check the end.
A recipe, just keep the focus on the food.
Then I'm going to just bring this to where I want it as the food. And that's pretty much how you do the video. I might just move myself down a bit so that I can be more in the picture. Go to the beginning, press play.
Full way.
Have some titles. So now I'm going to put the text in. I'm going to put in here 4 ways to be on video without being on video. I'll get everyone thinking about things. So change the brand color to your brand color if you want. So if you've got any brand styles in there, you can change it around. So just change those around as you want your brand to be. So maybe I might do more of this color. Of course, you can change the classic box to maybe a wrapped box or a split box or a round box. There's all sorts of different things that you can do now. Diagonal box, that's quite cool. Underline's quite cool as well. Quite like that one. I like mine to be typed because I just like it typed. So now it gives more of an effect to it. I'm going to get rid of this sign up. I'm going to put this right to the beginning and to the end of this page. I'm going to move it down so it's not over my face. Sorry. Like so. And this is how you do it. Oh, thanks. Hi, Lyles. Nice for you to be here. There you go. Hey, let's see. I can put it on, which is quite cool. So now what I've done is if I go back to the beginning, I have my video where I'm making the reel for you, but I'm making a reel or a short or a TikTok on how to be on video without being on video. So I'm giving examples. So let's just press play.
4 ways to record a video of yourself without you actually being on camera. The first way is to actually put an image in front of you whilst you're talking. So in other words, you can pre-record and then place images over the top. The second way is to speak whilst you are presenting a PowerPoint. So you can put the PowerPoint presentation up on the video first, take your camera off and still have your audio going. The third way is to actually point the camera at something that you are talking about. So perhaps you are at an event or you are filming somebody else. You can do the narrative while you have somebody else on the camera in front of you. So the fourth way to record a video without you actually being on the video is to record you doing something below. So maybe you're a chef or a cook and you're actually showing a recipe. Just keep the focus on the food.
Now, what I would suggest you do here is, I'm just going to get rid of that orbit, and you need to have a call to action. So it's really, really important. Hi, Novlet. It's really important when you are creating any short video, whether it's Reels, whether it's YouTube Shorts, whether it's a TikTok, whether it's a Snapchat, or even a short square video for Facebook or Instagram or anywhere else, is to have a call to action. Because what you've done so far is you've got what your video is about. You've given them the value. So I'm showing you all how to create that reel, and you're going to be doing this in your own Wave account. You'll be able to create this reel yourself, watch this video and keep playing it back till you got it. And then have a call to action which would enable your audience to connect with you. And I would put my call to action in there is to download my 26 video ideas. So I've got a download with 26 video ideas you can get your hands on. And I'm going to say that in my end. Just want to say hello to Novlet. So hi, Novlet. Thanks for joining me over on YouTube. So how do you add that call to action on? So what you can do is you can decide whether you want to have you, or you can just have a plain short little image so that that's all that people are focusing on. So to do that, you just need to add an extra bit on. Now, remember that this video has to be less than 60 seconds. So we're almost at a minute. So we've got this much space. Let me just make it a bit smaller. You can see we've got 6.5 seconds left to do the call to action. So click this plus button and do, let's go for color. And then you can brand it your color. So I'm going to choose my yellow that I like. So I'm going to just choose that. And then I'm going to put some writing so that people can actually like see what I want. So to put the text on, if you hover over that blue section, you can just click add text. So click add text. And now a lot of people would say, oh, add the call to action widget. But I find, sorry, Wave, that the call to action widget is quite restrictive, because what it does, I'll show you, is it gives you the place for your logo, and then you have this. I prefer to actually do my call to action with the normal text. And the reason for that is because you've got much more flexibility with what the text you do with the text. And you can always add your logo in as a picture, which I can show you. So add text. So now I'm going to do a red or my pink maybe. So I'm going to go for one without any background. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the text color to my brand pink. And I'm going to get rid of the shadow. I don't want the shadow. I want it to pop like so. And I'm going to make this a little bit bolder by changing this to bold. And I'm going to type in here, download your own 26 video ideas by clicking the link or DM live video to me, because I've got a little chat bot that will pick that up if you're on Facebook or Instagram. So now I'm going to bring this up into the middle, and I want this to be quite slow. So I'm going to take the actual thing up to say 59. So to make sure that you're exactly getting where you want to go is 58, 59, 100. So I'm going to be just short of a minute, and I want this to go all the way to the end, and I want it to do something. So I want it to have an effect. So I want it to type in. So it's almost like it's telling people what to do. And you can have background. So I quite like the background. So maybe I might have it underlined, because then with the underline, so that decoration, then let's just see what that looks like. Let's press play. Actually, let me just make sure I've got the decoration. Okay, so let's go to the beginning of that section and then do underlined here. And I'm going to do the decoration as maybe purple. Let's see if it works. Maybe this one doesn't do the underline. Let's see. No, it doesn't like my, oh, it's still plain. Okay, let's try that one. It's not playing games with me. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, so now I've got my 59 seconds. I've got my audio, so I don't really need to have any sound or anything. So here, if I wanted to, at the very beginning, I could add my subtitles to this so that people could read what my reel was saying. But you can do that on other platforms. So say like if you're using Instagram Reels, you can do the captions for it. You can do captions on TikTok, but you can't do captions on YouTube Shorts. So you could actually have a go at creating the captions. So to do those, what you do is you go to the beginning of your video. I just want to check this section here, this bit here, what this looks like, because I think there was a bit of a delay.
So in other words, you can pre-record and then place images over the top.
Okay, no, that's fine. So now what I do is I go to the beginning, I click captions, and I'm going to get it to auto-generate the captions for me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I tick all of them, because I want all of them to have the captions. And I want my British English, in case it wants to pick up my accent. And then you click create captions. So while it's doing that, I'm just going to go back to me and see if anyone has any questions. So if you do have any questions, then do let me know. I've got this snazzy thing I can put on actually, which I forgot about. I can have this going down the bottom. So look, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't hit that subscribe button. And also, you know, like it, share it, tell people about it. And of course, if you want more help with any of this, then do check out my Digital Lab and Tech School Academy. I know, Novlet, you're already a member, which is awesome. But if you do want to find out a bit more about that, then you can click the link below this video and you'll be able to do it. So I've also got this one going along, which is quite cool. Okay, so it's question time. Whilst I'm waiting for the captions to be put on, if you do have any questions, let me know. And if you're watching the replay and you have any questions about what I've showed you, then let me know as well, because I know that a lot of you use Wave.video, and I know that there are so many different ways that you can use Wave. So this is really cool and an opportunity for you to all ask me any questions, because if you do ask them, I will definitely put them in the bottom. So Novlet's just give me the thumbs up, which is super awesome, which is great. So the captions are just adding. So once they've been added, we can then have a look at how you can design those captions to fit into your video. But also, if you don't want to put the captions on your video for, say, like YouTube or anything, you can actually upload the SRT file and you can get that from within Wave. So let's just quickly, hopefully that won't take long to finish off. I know it's because I'm live, it's probably taking a little bit of time. So let's just hopefully see how long it's going to take. Okay, they're in. So let me share my screen with you again. Okay, so here I have all of the captions. So if you want to check the captions, because obviously your accent might be a little bit different, so do check the writing. So the best way to do is to go to the beginning and just press play.
4 ways to
and also you want to see where the captions are showing up. So you see how they're over the top of my normal text. So what I could do is I could either lift my normal text up so that it's just out of the way of the captions, because then when we press play and we carry on
without you actually being on camera. The first way is to actually put an image in front of you whilst you're talking.
So now the captions are going to be on every page without being a problem. If I go down here and I press play, there isn't any captions on the end one, which is fine. So it's just that call to action. Okay, so now that you're happy with your video, you've done everything that you need to do. All you have to do is click the publish button. So up on the top right, we have a publish button. Before I do that quickly, in the captions, if you want to change what the captions look like, so like if you want them to be a bit more bold, you can go to the style and you can change the background color. You can change the text. You can make it karaoke style. You can change all of these things in here. And also, if you wanted to, you could download the SRT file. So if you were on a platform that didn't accept, well, you're going to put the video text on, but if you didn't want to put that on, but you wanted to keep these, so you see here, you can burn the captions in, or you can do it without the captions. You can download the SRT file, and an SRT file is the file that you use to put the captions on. So for instance, YouTube, you could actually do that. Okay, so then all you have to do is come over to the publish button and click publish, and you choose then whether you do a video, white labeled, GIF, and current frame. So if you're doing a project for a client, you can do a white label, get them to check it out, and then come back. I'm just going to click the video button. It's going to do what it needs to do, and I'm going to click render, and it's going to take its time to do this. So what it does is it maps all of the video together to create that one video for you. And that one video will have your captions on, it will have all of the text that you put on it, it will have all of the additional things that you put on it. One thing to say is that if you use stock images or stock videos that cost money, when you get to the publishing point, it will ask you to make that payment. So it will tell you if you have used a piece of stock video or images that cost money. And if you have, and you don't want to spend money, it will tell you which ones you've used. So you can just go back and swap them up for something else if you want to. Okay, so that's all you have to do to create your video. So then all that's left to do now is to actually just wait for it to finish rendering, download it to your computer, and then share it across all of your social media platforms. So how cool is that? So I've had a great time showing you how to do this. I'm hoping that you will do one yourself. And, you know, if you want to tag me in it, if you share it on Instagram or if you share it anywhere like Facebook or YouTube, just tag me. You can find my details as Anita Wong. Tag me on it so I can have a little look at it. And thank you for joining me. So thanks very much, Novelette and Lyle, for joining me today. And if you are watching the replay of this video and you do want to know a little bit more about how to use Wave, or you've not used Wave before, the link underneath the video will let you sign up for Wave for free. And, you know, do reach out to me, maybe message me or DM me, and I will definitely get back to you. And if you want some one-to-one training, then I can definitely do that for you. Otherwise, go and check out my Digital Lab and Tech School, where you'll get me up to 3 times a week with live questions and answers. And I will see you all soon. So thanks very much for joining me.